The following is a presentation of University of Utah Hockey.
Complex for University of Utah Hockey. Tonight, the Utes go back to Division II of the ACHA and take on the Texas A&M Aggies just for the third time in program history. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. Matt Coma joining you here from Salt Lake City on a Saturday night. So glad you guys can join us for our one and only game this weekend as the Utes, after having that big weekend in Buffalo last week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they get the one game here tonight as we take a look at the Utah Hockey Rewind and what happened for the Utes and on that last weekend's road trip to Buffalo in the Buffalo Meltdown Tournament. They get their first two Division I wins. On day one, they beat Buffalo by a score of 4-1 there as they get their first Division I win in program history. Day two wasn't so much a success as they fell to Syracuse on the outdoor rink in Buffalo, 4-1 the final score there. They were able to bounce back with a 6-0 win over Canisius. On day three, the first shutout for the Utes in Division I, and they get their second Division I win as well. Colma gets the D1 shutout, it's his first one, and seventh all-time, which means it's the new team record for Utah. He now is the career leader for shutouts in Utah hockey history. Teams on the ice, we're just moments away from our starting lineups and our opening face-off as we're ready here for Saturday night hockey here from Salt Lake. Glad you guys can join us. The Utah Utes 8-7 on the season so far here in Division I of the ACHA. The Texas A&M Aggies Division II in playing in the Texas Collegiate Hockey Conference, the newly formed league with the Texas schools. They're 9-5-1 on the season right now. The one overtime loss as well. Time now for our starting lineups and our national anthem, so we'll send it downstairs. Public address announcer Justin Long with tonight's opening pregame festivities.
Left wing, number 15, Chris Schultz. At center, number 16, Houston Sylvester. And right wing, number 7, Bryce Hernandez. Starting lineup for your University of Utah Skating Utes. Light defense, number 9, Tyler Pendo. Right defense, number 19, Ryan Petrie. Number 27, Nick Cornelius. And center, number 25, Alex King. Right wing, number 22, Josh Taylor. And in goal, number 31, Jared Mansella. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hands. The singing of this evening's national anthem will be sung by Caitlin and Tessa Schuh.
Hockey fans getting ready to go here on a Saturday night. Time now to look at your starting lineups. They're brought to you by the Red Lion Hotel, located in downtown Salt Lake City. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Texas A&M Aggies. As I mentioned, 9-5-1 on the season. In goal, the only goaltender to make the trip from College Station up here to Salt Lake City is number 35, Ethan Palmer. He'll get the nod in the net tonight. Andrew Monholland and Michael P., the defensive pair for Texas A&M. Bryce Hernandez, Huston Svonderk, and Chris Schultz. Keep an eye on all three of these forwards. They're the top 3 point getters for this Texas A&M team. They're the starting lineup for the Texas A&M Aggies. As for the Utes, Jared Manzella gets his second start of the season in net. He's 1-0 on the season so far. He'll get the nod from head coach Brett Harris. Tyler Pendle and Guy Petrie on the blue line. Josh Dangle, Alex King, and Nick Fornelius round out your starting 5 for Utah. As we get ready for puck drop, Utah in the white uniforms moves left to right. Texas A&M in the maroon moves right to left. As the puck is dropped, we're underway. Utah and Texas A&M here on a Saturday night, third meeting of the season all time between these two teams. As we're underway, Utes already in the offensive zone. Josh Dangle has it here on the near corner. We'll play to the top of the point. Tyler Pendle looked like he didn't keep it onside. Referee says play on. As it's loose on that far side. Fornelius at the top of the point, keeps it onside, throws it near side to the corner. Dangle couldn't get a stick on it. Chips it down low. Now getting to it first. Alex King dodges a check from the Aggies. Now goes to the top of the point again for Pendle this time. His pass off target to Petrie. Forces Utah back out to neutral ice. Utes trying to stay onside. They do as Dangle brings it in. He gives it to King real quick as he goes for a center pass. Fornelius can't keep it in. Pendle with a nice job to keep it going all the way down, but we get a high stick, a late high sticking call from the linesman, and it'll be a faceoff coming outside the zone with 19:12 to go here in the opening period. I mentioned it's the third meeting all time between these two teams. The only time these two teams have ever played each other has been in the Beehive Showcase. That's next weekend up at Weber and up at Utah State. Utah's not participating this year, being with the Division I schedule. They'll have the weekend off before coming back here to play BYU and Utah State the first week of December. Texas A&M usually in that showcase as well. They decided to come up here to Utah for this weekend. Had games Thursday and Friday against Weber State and Utah State. It's unsuccessful. The Aggies trying to get a win on both contests. 10-4 the loss to Weber State on Thursday. 7-3 the score last night in Utah State. Trying to find their first win outside the state of Texas. This is the first 3 games they've played outside the Lone Star State. As they get it into the zone, Manzella leaves it behind as it goes off the skate of Crone into the top of the point. A shot spanned on by number 10 in your program's Andrew Hofer. As now the Aggies in their own zone. Here's Monholland. Trying to go back behind, and Utes in the middle of a change. Gives time for them to breathe as Pede goes to the far side. His pass off target. Utes were in the middle of a change, so the icing waved off. And we're back underway here on the near side. Keeping it in is Monholland as the Aggies now press the issue. Cahill up the far side, kicked out of the zone by Meany. Racing after it is Gosseris as he brings it in with Beery. Has Beery in front as he sends one in front. Beery couldn't get a stick on it as now he plays to the corner for Gosseris. He'll fire a low-angle shot off the side of the net. Still no shots on either side here. 2 minutes in. As Gosseris goes hard on the boards, lost his stick as he tried to lay down a check. Monholland still pushes it forward. 3 Aggies, 2 Utes down here in the corner. Now Monholland will get a lot of work tonight. Only 14 skaters for for Texas A&M tonight. As they have 16 rostered skaters, only 14 I see on the bench right now. And Utah going with the full 22. A couple of scratches for the Utes tonight. We have Cody West out with the injury as well. That's why you saw Tyler Pendle taking the first line with Guy Petrie. Other scratches, Tyler Riebel is out. Reed Hunter, Sam Bowden, Cody West, and Travis Corey. Your scratches for Utah tonight. As the play is over on the far side, Bridges able to kick it forward. Holds it behind the net. Still no shots registered for either side. Utah's had the momentum so far. Nothing in the center of the zone, though. Turnover. Here comes Houston Svonderk. He's the leading scorer for the Texas A&M Aggies as he loses into the corner. Utes break it out. Off the skate of Sewell, the blue line bounces back to Ryan Jones. He'll send it in. Bridges will go after it. He's going to get to it first. Tries to stop and put it towards the front of the net. The defense of the Aggies able to get there in time as Svonderk now has it. Tries to tip around Dangle, able to do so. Left the puck behind, though. And Texas A&M able to get it back out here near side. Here's Petrie into the zone. Comes into the slot. Had his stick tied up, though. And goes to the far corner for Schultz. Sends one in front. Play to the far side. Pendle keeps it in. He plays down low. Fornelius will try to track it instead. Getting to it first is Mullen. Now Tyler Mullen will hold on to it near side, plays it up the boards. Petrie can't keep it in on the pinch, and this will go all the way down. This one will go for icing. Our first icing call of the night with 16:06 to go here in the opening period. Still no shots on either end. It's been all played on the perimeter so far for both teams. Neither team has recorded a shot so far. Glad you guys can join us for tonight's contest. A little bit of a break here for the Utes as they've had a little bit of a busy schedule, especially on the road the last couple of weekends. They were in Buffalo, New York last week, 2-1 in the Buffalo Meltdown, just a half a point out of the semifinals of the tournament. Syracuse, who they lost to on day 2, ended up winning the whole thing. Would have meant 2 games on Sunday afternoon for 4 games in total for Utah if they would have made it to the semifinals. As here comes Cronin into the zone. His pass off target, gathered by Price Hernandez, who gets it back out to center ice. The objective from Texas A&M, keep it out of their zone. They're going to have a chance to do so as a turnover leads to a break. Here on the near side, Ty Walsh sends one in front. That's just wide. Looking for a man on the back door. That was Andrew Hofer that he was looking for. Ty Walsh, one of these veterans for Texas A&M. As a breakout pass, Utes in the middle of a change. Here comes Meyer in the zone. Walks in with a shot, rings the far post. First shot of the game almost finds Twine as Meyer rang it off the far post. Beat the blocker side of Ethan Palmer. As the Utes go to work here. Here's O'Brien, top of the point. He'll fire a shot. It's blocked down to the near side. Now Walsh has it. He'll go hard off the boards. O'Brien can't control. Comes back to Utah's end. DePaffy will give it up to the near side. Gossers with a check at center ice. Michael Peed still moving forward. Gets the first accredited shot for Texas A&M here tonight from the blue line. Aggies in the middle of a change, though. That gives time for Beery to move the puck forward. He lost the puck, trying to escape past a defender. Now it comes here to the near side for Andrew Monholland. Into the zone, pass to the far side. Blocked by DePaffy. Now pass down low, comes to the top of the slot. It's picked up by Connor Meany. He's got space, trying to outskate the 2 defensemen. Gets by one, looks for the second one. He gets by him as well with the backhand, and it just goes wide. Good play from the forward, Connor Meany. One of the top scorers for Utah this season. As the Aggies break it forward again. Here on the near side, Shelby Verdon. Lost it in his feet, now a battle for it. Utes in control of the play on the near side. Jones couldn't track it. Gets a poke check, though, at the red line. He'll skate after it in the offensive zone. 6 minutes gone here in the first period. Still no score. Shots 2-1. Not a whole lot of action for either tender so far tonight. Lieberknight keeps it in the zone for Utah. A ringer on the board. Sewell will go over to that far side to get it. Tried to play it down low. It's cut off by Brandon Steele. And the Aggies break it out with numbers. Here comes Steele. Coming in with him is Schultz. Steele with a shot. It's wide of Manzella. Back to the red line as the Aggies can't keep it in. Turnover to Bridges. He plays to the far side. Dangle right off the change, brings it into the zone. Trying to get by one man. Bumped off the puck, and it's back out to center ice. Svonderk had it poked away from him. Now here's Fernandez. Gives it to the far side for Schultz. Walking in. A shoulder save from Manzella. Chris Schultz with a good chance on that far side. I mentioned this top line. This is the bread and butter for Texas A&M. Their top 3 scorers on this front line for Texas A&M. All 3 made the trip. As Hernandez, Svonderk, and Schultz will be the top scoring threat here for Texas A&M. Very rare game for the Texas A&M Aggies. Their first game against a Division I opponent. Here's Hernandez to the far side. A shot. It's saved by Manzella. This one he'll hold on to. And with 12:38 to go, we get a whistle with 3 shots now on the board for Texas A&M. They take the shot lead here. Mentioned that scoring line for Texas A&M. Hernandez 25 points, Svonderk 26 points, Schultz 21 points. Top 3 for Texas A&M. Aggies win the draw to the top of the point. Monholland looks for a tip shot. It's wide of the cage. You'd send it up the near side. David Barnes, center pass finds Cronin. Now kicks it quickly to Meyer. 2-on-3 comes Utah. Meyer, nice move. Walking in. Backhand, can't pull the trigger. And the reason why was he's hooked, and it's going to be a penalty on Texas A&M. Meyer had the breakaway. He was hooked, trying to get rid of that shot. It looks like he had Palmer beat. And Andrew Monholland takes the necessary penalty for the Aggies, hooking the call with 12:22 to go. And the first power play of the night goes to Utah. Penalty 2 minutes for hooking to Andromon Hall. In time with a penalty 7:38 of the period. As the shot from the point blocked by Texas A&M, they send it all the way down. Utes will have to go to work here. David Barnes back behind the net. He'll leave it for Meyer. Meyer with speed, plays it up the far side, gets it into the offensive zone. Stick checked off of it though. The Aggies try to clear it. Will still hold on at the top of the point, but Meyer can't keep it in. As Ty Walsh, he'll be another name to remember for the Aggies tonight as he does his job and clears the zone. 30 seconds gone in the power play as David Barnes brings it ahead, but they're offside. Bridges over on the far side. Gosris ahead of the play on the far side. Offside on Utah will another draw. 11:44 to go here in this opening period. The stat I was mentioning beforehand, this is only the first game against a Division I opponent for Texas A&M this season. They had 2 games a season ago, 4 games the season before that. Our last Division I opponent, Oklahoma. A pair of 14-0 losses on the road at Oklahoma. As Alex King with a backhand, it's just wide of the net. Oklahoma, of course, one of the top 10 teams year in and year out at the Division I level. Central Oklahoma, that other opponent that Texas A&M has faced. Also one of those top programs. Petrie near side, he's being pressured by Svonderk, and Aggies clear the zone. Dangle can't keep it in. So not a whole lot working for the Utes here on this first power play. The Aggies doing enough to disrupt the Utes here. As the puck moves here to the near side. Petrie into the zone, comes to the hash marks, now the corner, fires a backhand, it's loose in front. King can't get to it in time for Hernandez, able to play to the corner. Utes set up. Over on the far side is King, gives it to Petrie, has time, walks in, looks for a man in front, had Meany, but he shot well wide. Looking for a good opportunity in front. A great pass from Petrie. As unfortunately that pass from Petrie is off target and all the way back down. So signs of life from Utah's power play as Dangle has it behind the net. Final 10 seconds here of the power play though. Mulholland on his feet, ready to come back into the play. As Dangle will bring it ahead. Pass to the near side. Bridges controls. Brings it in. Utes in the middle of a change. The shot is blocked. Texas A&M tries to clear. It's kept in by Jackson Barlocker. Sewell now in the corner. Plays it across off a stick to the far side. Jones back down low for Bridges. 3 Aggies down there in the corner. They steal it away with Armstrong. Up the near side. Tipped along by Mark Oswald. He'll bring it in. Good play by DePaffy, able to bump him off the puck. He now has it behind the net. Joe DePaffy, the midseason addition for Utah, comes from the Chicago area. As Manzella brings it to a halt behind the net. Aggies in the middle of a change as Meany now has it. Brings it up the far side. Aggies with a good turnover. As they walk in with Walsh, a shot turned aside by Manzella. Aggies have caused Utah problems here for the first half of the first period. We're 10 minutes gone. Aggies get another turnover. This one in the defensive zone for Utah. Gosris with a shot block. Still pushing ahead. Takes a couple of bumps. Able to get it back out to center ice. Good job from another big hit at center ice as well. The defenseman turned forward with a good shift here for Utah. It's loose on that far side. Meany looking for someone to pass to. He'll ring it up the near side. Noah Beery near side. Gets a check applied on him. Able to push it ahead for Gosris though. 1-on-3 comes Gosris. Barry entering the play as he tries to send one in front towards him. Goes off an Aggie stick to the near side. Mulholland now has it. Trying to push it ahead. Hernandez couldn't clear the blue line as it's loose, and Palmer has to make a save. It's Michael Peed deciding to let that one go on Palmer. 8:46 to go here in the period. The Utes being outshot at this point 4-3. You have to wonder what head coach Brett Hurst is thinking about his guys here early in this first period. The Utah hockey program has a habit of playing down to their opponents as the shot from the point is wide. Means good things for when you're playing teams that are better than you, but when you have teams that you should be doing quite well against, it hasn't really panned out so much for Utah. This is the 7th Division II game for Utah. They're 6-0 in Division II play this year, but they haven't won a game by more than 4 goals. Where you usually see, case in point, last night Alabama playing a Division II team. They were in that Buffalo Showcase as well, finished behind Utah. They blow out their D2 opponent 18-3 last night. Over on the far side, Petrie able to keep it in. Over here on the near side now, Pendle playing down low. He tried to go to the top of the point. No one was there to cover his spot. Good back check from Cronin, able to keep it in the zone. Another turnover from Utah, though, and it breaks out the Aggies. Race back the other way, and it's an icing call as Barnes just beats out the icing play. 8:07 to go here in the period. We're still scoreless. Here on a Saturday night, the only game for Utah this weekend. It's the only game for about another month. They'll be off the next 2 weekends. The next game after tonight, December 2nd, they'll be back here at the Utah Ice Sheet for the annual rivalry game with BYU. They'll play Saturday night, our annual breast cancer awareness night, December 3rd, against Utah State. That'll be the December 3rd, that's Saturday. So Friday and Saturday rivalry games for Utah to close out the first semester. Utes won't be back in Division II until mid-January. So they'll go down to Tucson to take on Arizona. Arizona currently 26th in the ACHA Division I rankings, 2 spots behind Utah. The Utes keep it in. They play it here to the near side. King turnaround shot, tipped on net, but just wide off the side of the net. Nick Fornelius with a good tip in front. King keeps it onside as it's loose on that far board. It's a good check, but stealing it away was Schultz, and he passes it ahead for Hernandez. He gets by Liebernight. Now he's unabated to the net. Walks in. Big save from Jared Manzella. As Hernandez came across, able to flash the pad out there. The biggest save of the night for either team. And now here comes the chance for Utah. King with Fornelius, 2-on-2. A shot's blocked. Comes out in front. Now another play. King in front, scores! Nice pass from Fornelius to King. Wide open in front. And Alex King puts Utah ahead here in the first. A blind backhand pass from Fornelius right on the tape of King. Nothing Ethan Palmer could do about it, and despite the chances for Utah or for Texas A&M, Utah strikes first here with 7:01 to go. 1-0 your score. Alex King, the leading goal scorer for Utah this season, adds to his tally. He's in double digits now, 10 on the year for the rookie out of Wyoming. As Bridges tries to bring it in, had it stolen away. Now here come the Aggies at the red line. Sent in by the Aggies. Manzella out to play it. To Poppy here to the near side. Trying to push it along. O'Brien takes a big hit, but able to play it along for Bridges. Gets by one man. Now it's a 2-on-1. A shot. That one blocked by Pede. As it comes here to the near side. Bridges throws one again towards the front. That one cleared out by Andrew Hoffer. As it's playing up the far side. Hofer able to reach up. The captain sends it up the near side. Now O'Brien, his own blue line, plays it along. Aggies in the middle of a change. Bridges going to race after it and waved off the icing call. Able to skate just enough as the Aggies are in the middle of the change there. Over near side. He'll pass to the center of the ice. Walking in is Finn. He'll shoot. It's saved by Manzella. Playing over on the far side. Utah still getting outshot 5-3 here, but they lead 1-0. Utes looking for the home run pass. It's off of the Aggie stick. Now Meany has it. Tied up down low. Taylor Mullen doing the job down there for Texas A&M. Now Beery enters the play, sends one in front. Had Gostris tied up in front, falling to his knees, able to get a shot on net. Palmer makes the save. And it's over to the far side now. Aggies with time to skate it. Up ahead, Garrett Finn. Center pass off the stick of Svondert. And now here's Petrie trying to shoulder off a man. It's stolen away. Walsh sends it on in front looking for Svondert, but off his stick. Backing out the far side. Pete keeps it in. Gossers lays a hit, and it gets tipped up out of play. And a stoppage here with 5:09 to go. 1-0 your score. Alex King gets on the board for his 10th of the season. Keeping that rookie trend going for the Utes. The leading scorer the last couple of years has been a rookie. Brett Meyer doing it a season ago. Dangle did it in his rookie season. Here comes Utah 3-on-2. Cronin, nice lead for Meyer. Walks in and scores! I mentioned Meyer a second ago. He gets on the board. And the Utes up 2-0. Good passing and just a 5-hole shot for Meyer. It's only his 5th of the season. And it makes it a 2-0 game here with 5 minutes to go. Meyer leads the team in assists this year. Has the most with 15 on the season. It's his 5th goal. Utes looking for more as Cronin rings the crossbar up and out of play. And the Utes buzzing after that last goal as Meyer gets the 2nd goal for Utah. And now here comes the dangerous line of Dangle, King, and Fornelius. Go against the top line for Texas A&M. Battle of the first lines here. Over on that far side, backhanded ahead. Now Schultz ahead for Hernandez. 2-on-1 as he sends it in after being poke-checked away. Barnes and Cronin get the assists on the goal for Meyer. As now here's Dangle. Tries the center pass off the skate of Fornelius, picking it up now King. He walks in, looks for a second. It's a shot. It's blocked to the far side. Over on the far side now is Svondrek just chips it off the glass and out. As here comes O'Brien. Backhanded pass. Dangle able to settle it down. He'll bring it in. Tries a toe drag. Gets by one man, but lost it to the corner. 2 Aggies immediately converge on him. Fornelius trying to help out. Mullen holding on to it. Now Fornelius has it behind the net. Tries to send one in front. Palmer got enough of it. Picked up by the Aggies back out to center ice. O'Brien able to cut it off and send it back in. We're down to the final 4 minutes here. So over on that far side, Taylor Pennell. His first touch of the puck tonight. Gets it out to center ice. Topoffy quickly to O'Brien. The Aggies just trying to weather the storm here before the period ends. Utah all over them at this point. They fire a backhanded pass off the side of the net. Comes to the far side. Topoffy will keep it in. Now loose behind the net. Pass to the near side, blocked by Bridges. 3-on-1 here in the corners. Bridges taking a couple of hits. Jones now helps out. Squirts up ahead. O'Brien with a shot. It's wide of the net. Topoffy will bring it in now. He'll fire one towards the front. Tipped on. Save Palmer, and he'll hold on. With 3:11 to go here. Bridges was hacking on it. It'll be cleared out by the Aggie defense. And we'll have line changes on both sides here. So final minutes here of the first period. 2-0 the score. Goals from Alex King and Brett Meyer. After a pretty even first 10 minutes here. First Division II game for Utah since the Arizona State home weekend back in October. As Meany dodges a check. Can't hold on to the puck though as it comes to Walsh near side. Pendle tries to pinch, can't do so. Now it breaks out. Michael Pede, he's got a step. Bracing back is Petrie. Good defensive play from the rookie. Over the far side. Pendle ahead to the far side for Barnes. Looks ahead, now has Gosseris. Beery with him as Gosseris shoots. Palmer makes the save, loose near side. Kick to the corner by Beery. Takes a check, takes a tumble. And we're going to go whistle, hand pass on Beery as he was a little slow to get up there after the hit from behind. Gets back up, but played the puck with a hand to Gosseris in front, so we'll get a stoppage of play with 2:29 to go here in this first period. Face-off here on the near side, Svondrek against Meyer, and Utah will need a new face-off. Center as Cronin will take the draw. It's won by the Aggies here near side. Cleared out to the red line. Liebernight will send it in. Meyer holding near side, gets hooked to the ground. No call from the officials as here come the Aggies. Schultz with a drive from the red line, takes a bounce off the backboard. Manzella able to settle it. Comes up the near side. Meyer able to chip it out to center ice. Back is Schultz. Goes over the far side for Mullen. Run around the boards. Now Manzella behind the net. Liebernight will come back to get it. Far side Cronin takes a deflection back into the slot. Barnes will wisely play into the far side out of trouble. Fires a backhand pass off of an Aggie stick, keeping it in Svondrek as he comes into the slot. A shot turned aside by Manzella. Now Meyer has it behind his own net. Looks for a pass up the far side. Has Cronin. Going to touch it back to Meyer. As Liebernight ahead of the play. Couldn't find him as the Aggies poke it away. Loose here on the near side. James Cahill able to play it here on the near side. Now it's up to Meyer. Stolen away by Hernandez, back into the Utah zone. So a little struggle here on this shift breaking out of the puck as the top line causing problems for Utah. Now here comes Meyer. Has Cornelius and Cronin with him, 3-on-3 as he lost the puck, takes a hit for his troubles. Back Cornelius with a back check. Aggie falls down. Now here's Cornelius trying to get by one man. Just gets bumped off, but able to play it here to the near side. Cronin can't get to it as it's stolen away. Back out to center ice. O'Brien to DeBoffi. Stolen away at center ice. King trying to get through the trouble. It's loose here on the near side. Walking in. Andrew Hofer near side. It's a couple of Utes. He sends one wildly in front. No one in Maroon able to get to it. If they're offside, they have to tag up. They'll change up their line. So Utes break the puck out. Center pass stolen away again. This time Walsh gets it away. Loose here on the near side. O'Brien with a good check down behind the net. This now he's bumped off the puck. Now it's back to Texas A&M to the top of the point. Mulholland has time. Walking in. He'll shoot. Save. Manzella loose behind him. They score. With 6 seconds left to go, it was underneath the pads of Manzella, but found its way trickling behind, and it's 2-1 with 5 seconds left here in the period. Manzella thought he had it. He did underneath his pads, but as soon as he got up, it trickled behind him. And it's 2-1. So another late goal given up by the Utes at home. Gave up a goal with 10 seconds left to Arizona State the last time they were here at the Utah ice sheet. And it's just a couple of bad shifts to end the period. Gives the Aggies the goal. It's going to be Mulholland's goal. It'll be his first of the season. As the time is expired, the period is over, and the Utes do get 2 on the board. They'll take a 1-goal lead here to the second frame. As the Utah Utes looking to improve to 9-7 on the season, they'll have their work cut out for them. 2-1 the score here through 20 minutes. We'll step aside. When we come back, I'll have your first period stats. We'll take a look at the top 25 that was released on Wednesday as well. 20 minutes in the books. The Utah Utes lead the Texas A&M Aggies by a score of 2-1. We'll be back here at the Utah sheet in about 15 minutes. welcome back to Salt Lake City as we get ready for our second period of the night between the Utes and the Aggies. The Utes leading Texas A&M by a score of 2-1 after the first period. Matt Coma joining you here. Glad you guys could join us for tonight's broadcast. Here's tonight's first period stats are brought to you by the Utah Sports Commission. As Utah up ahead 2-1 on the score sheet. They opened the scoring at the 12:59 mark. Alex King is 10th of the season, assisted by Nick Cornelius, made it 1-0 Utah. A couple of minutes later, just 2 minutes and 1 second later, Brett Meyer gets his 5th of the year, assisted by Julian Cronin and David Barnes at the 15-minute mark. And Texas A&M, credit them, they hung with the Utes in that first period, and they were rewarded with 5 seconds left as Houston Svondrek, the leading scorer, got his 13th team-leading goal of the season. Monholland and Walsh got the assists on it. Monholland with a shot and ended up trickling behind Manziel. They gave it to Svondrek, who tapped it home. Shots 10-9 in favor of Utah in that opening frame. As I said, it was a pretty even first period. Utah had the lone power play 0 for 1, though, on that man advantage. Teams will switch ends for this second period as we wait for the ice to freeze over here. While we wait for the ice to freeze, let's take a look at what the D1 rankings had for us back on Wednesday. As we just moments away here. Actually, we'll go back to it here in just a moment. As we're ready to go, teams back out on the ice at center ice. Utah in the white uniforms moves right to left this period. Texas A&M in the maroon uniforms right or left to right. As we're back underway, see what the second period has in store for us. As the Aggies hanging tough with Utah here. It's their third game of the week. Utah, this is just their first. As the Aggies hard at work here now on your side as Schultz gives it to Hernandez, fires a backhand. It's off the glove of Manzella. 8 saves on 9 shots for Manzella in that first period. Palmer had 8 saves on 10 shots. So here come the Utes. Fornelius with King breaking towards the front. Fornelius finds him, but Palmer got in the way with a stick on it. A little play to the corner as it's going to be a hand pass now. 19-18 to go here in the period. 2-1 still to score. Hand pass on Texas A&M. So face-off will be over on the far side, I believe. I mentioned that first period, Utah, their 7th game of the year at Division II. They're playing the hybrid schedule pretty much halfway down the middle as there's pass in front. Cronin hacks it twice and scores! Julian Cronin getting it done in front, and it's 3-1. His first attempt was blocked. The second one found its way underneath the pads of Palmer, and right off the top of the second period here, it's 3-1. It's a good hustle from Cronin. That's a 2-point night for Cronin now after getting an assist on the second goal for Utah. Teams are back at center ice, ready for the face-off. 19-13 to go here in the period. Utah with an early goal. Julian Cronin with the goal, his 7th of the year. As the Utes looking for another one. Meyer with a backhanded pass. It's cut off by Texas A&M. They'll ice the puck back into the Utah end. Cahill over on the near side. Barnes will pick it up. Over the far side. Now a pass, shot from the top of the point for Texas A&M, saved by Manzella. Tip now, it's a race back after it. Barnes will get to it in the corner. Barnes still digging after it. 2 Aggies now down low. Taylor Pennell up the near side, gives it over to Hofer, but he couldn't find him. Is now a backhand. Palmer has to check behind him that time. His last one got underneath him. This one he holds on to. Palmer able to make the save with 18:27 to go here. He needs a little more offensive pep in the step here in the second period. We have a face-off over on the far side. Gossers will go against number 17, that's Brandon Steele. Gossers was thrown out of the circle. Meany took the draw and won it to the point. Sent around here to the near side. Petrie waiting for it. Petrie down low. Has Meany in the corner. Tries to come out of the corner with it. Unable to do so. It comes back to the center ice, but Meany brings it right back in. Good check. Over on the far side, Monholland doing a good job for Texas A&M. Sent in front, just wide of Palmer by Guy Petrie. Now Meany lunges into the far side. Can't hold on to the puck. Now it's a pile of bodies on the far side, and now we're going to get a penalty. As the Utes a little too aggressive there. It's going to be a hold. It's going to be on Gosseris. He's been active all in that first period. Kind of a hit well behind the play, and he's going to take the first penalty for Utah tonight. It's a hold. 17:53 to go here in the second period. So the first power play for Texas A&M. Chance to try and make it a one-goal game again here. Penalty is number 2, Eric Gosseris. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 2:07 of the second. First power play of the night as the Aggies can't keep it in the zone. Bouncing puck to the top of the point. Now the Utes get a turnover. Dangle trying to get it to King, but not a lot of meat on it as Aggies able to get back in time to steal it away. Andrew Monholland with the stretch pass ahead. Now just chipped in. Svondrek will go after it. Aggies trying to set up the power play. Svondrek near side. Plays it down low. Picking it up Oswald. Now back down low. Stolen away by O'Brien. Trying to chip it past Hernandez. He does. Trying to hold him off to clear it. He can. His 3 Aggies are down there in the corner. Good play by DePaffy, able to block that chance. As now it comes into the near side. At the top of the point now, Monholland. Far side now, Schultz will send it into the corner. Stolen away by O'Brien around the back of the net. Rings it to the top of the points, kept in. Schultz a shot, turned aside by Manzella. Far side, Utes trying to clear. Nice job, Alex King breaks it out, and here comes Dangle, 1-on-1. Has Monholland a beat, toe drag, finds him, backhand, saved by Palmer. Monholland near side, off the back of Schultz at the blue line, plays to the far side. Hernandez quickly to the near side. Svondrek wants a change. Barlocker has time to eat it. He'll float it high in the air all the way down. So we're down to 35 seconds left here in the penalty. Aggies now, Ty Walsh behind the net. Leaves it back. Now Pennell will move it forward. Pennell over-skated the puck. Now he'll retreat into his own end. Now down to 15 seconds here as Cronin applying pressure. Is it up the far side? Now sent right back to Pennell near side. Now Walsh, across the ice pass, finds Steele. Brandon Steele in the zone. A shot from the circle is wide of the cage. Bounces back behind the net. Said, oh, good look out. As Barlocker sends one hard into the stands. And we have 2 Aggies making their way out onto the ice. It's going to be Armstrong and looks like Lowry's 2 latecomers for the Aggies. Now, with 15:50 to go, penalty is over. The Utes are back to full strength here. The Aggies now have the full 16 that they rostered with. Barlocker holding on that far side. Walsh has it, stolen away by Cornelius to the corner. Up near side now, Cronin trying to dig after it. It's kept in though by the Aggies. Walsh sends one in front under the legs of Manzella through the blue paint. Gosseris gets tied up on that far side. Aggies keep it in, settled down by Lieberknight. Pass to the near side, Cronin. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. Walks in, looks for Cornelius on the back door. A good poke check, though, from the Aggies. There's Taylor Pennell getting in the way. Utes in the middle of a change as Lieberknight takes a check at the blue line. Good hit from Garrett Finn. As the Aggies breaking out. Petrie now has it. Floats one towards the center. It's over the stick of Bridges. And the Aggies will send it all the way down. Back is Petrie, though. Petrie being pressured as the Aggies are in the middle of a change. Now Petrie has speed. Poke checked away, though, by Hernandez. One of the top forwards for the Aggies keeping it in the zone. Utes get it right back as Jones trying to backhand it ahead. Over the stick of Bridges again. Now back to Hernandez. Floating pass here to the near side. Walsh, nice backhanded pass to Pete. He brings it in 2-on-1, but can't hold on to the puck. Lieberknight now has it. He'll bring it up the near side. Petrie looking for the home run pass over the stick of Sewell this time. This will be icing on Utah. With 14:22 remaining here in the second period. 3-1 your score. Julian Cronin getting on the board in the first minute of the period, giving Utah its 2-goal lead back. They led 2-0 in that first period before a goal with only 5 seconds left by Svondrek. He's going to take the draw here against Bridges for this face-off in Utah's end. Picked up by the Utes after the puck went to the near boards. Now Bridges trying to get back Hernandez. It's poked away from him. Now Petrie has it. Gives it to Sewell. Backhanded along. 2-on-3, but Jones can't hold on to the puck. Back into Utah's end. Liebernight. Jones looking for a change. He'll make it instead of going after the puck. And the Aggies are offside here, and icing as well. So 14:01 to go. Icing the call on Texas A&M. Now an offensive draw coming for the Utes. They'll take their first line out there. King will take the draw. Won by the Utes. Dangle quickly down low. Cornelius through his feet. Now Cornelius back down low. King settles. Now gives it to Dangle in the corner. Top of the point now Pendle. Utes trying to set up in the offensive zone. Dangle lets it go. No one on that far side. King will play it down low. It's stolen away by the Aggies. Svandirk behind his net. Will chip it off the boards near side and clear the zone. James Cahill back for the Utes. So they'll stop. And a couple of men on that far side. Now they'll ring it up. Dangle has time to skate it along. The Aggies are in the middle of a change. King trying to hold on to that puck. As they just have forced to just play it in. Not a whole lot of momentum on that breakout as they had space, but just couldn't hold on to it. Aggie goes down. Pass off target. Dangle picks it off. Now it's a 4-on-2 if the Utes hurry. Dangle brings it in. Walking in. King with time. Score! Beats Palmer on the glove side. His second goal of the night for Alex King. 4-1 Utah. The Utes with numbers. Alex King picked his spot and beats Palmer on the glove side. And the Utes now with their largest lead of the night, 3. 4-1 the score here. So Alex King coming into the night with the most goals for Utah. He's got 2 to add to his name tonight. Numbers 10 and 11 for Alex. As with 13 minutes to go here, it's a 4-1 hockey game. Meyer will play it near side, looking for Cronin, poked right back to him as Meyer will settle it, top of the point, looking to the far side. Lee, as O'Brien off his skate, able to keep it in. Now it's loose down low. Cronin pokes at it. All 3 Ute forwards down below the goal line for Utah. It's loose down low. Sent around the net by the Aggies. DePaffy will keep it in. He'll fire a shot, bouncing through. Meyer trying to tip it on frame. Went wide of his stick though. Now breaking it ahead. Here comes Oswald into the net. Zone 1-on-1. Beats DePaffy, who fires a backhand. It's off target, but he earns a penalty. It's going to be a hold. As DePaffy got dangled by Oswald and thought he had the opportunity. It's going to be DePaffy to the box. So he takes the holding call at 12:14 to go. So the Aggies with their second power play of the period here. They are 0 for 1 so far. Joe DePaffy, I mentioned the midseason acquisition from the Utah hockey team. Coming from the Chicago area back in the Midwest. Looking it ahead, Barnes almost a good breakaway opportunity there, shorthand. Or excuse me, that was Meany doing the job that time. Now here come the Aggies, walking in, a shot turned aside by Manzella, cleared to the far side. Von Holland looking down low, played back behind the net. Pendle gets to it first, not a whole lot on it as he plays it to the corner. Hofer able to hold off Petrie as now he has it in the corner. Aggies have time to set it up. They send one in front, looking for Finn. Pass a little too high and the Utes will clear. Now it takes a funny bounce off the backboards right in front. Aggies able to control it. It's Monholland battling with Gosseris here. Gosseris able to steal it away. And Meany with him, but stopped the blue line, stole and had it taken away from him. Finn on the far side, looking for Svandirk in front. Now it's loose back behind the net. Houston Svandirk gives it to Finn. Over on that far side is Cahill, looks like. So the Aggies will set up again here. Under a minute to go in the power play. Top of the point. Pede will fire a shot. It's off the skate of Pendle, just wide. Here's Gosseris. Top of the point. Monholland keeps it in. Utes scrambling here. It's a shot from the point. Turned away by Manzella. Aggies still in control. Down low. Walking in. Short angle shot. Turned aside and held on to this time by Manzella. 10:44 to go. 30 seconds left in the power play. A couple of good chances for the Aggies there. Manzella standing tall, getting just his second start of the season. He's played in 2 other games besides his 1 win. Coming in for relief for Chris Coma in the Minot State weekend. 2 of the biggest losses in program history in the last 6 years for Utah on that trip to Minot. Minot currently number 3 in the ACHA D1 rankings. Helping Utah's strength of schedule out with the computer rankings. As a shot here on the near side is off the side of the net. Aggies still in control. Here to the top of the point. Armstrong back down low. Aggies looking for a lot of traffic in front. They find man on the far side in Svonderk. We're down to the final 5 seconds of the penalty here. Armstrong now holds. Trying to float it here to the near side. Utes back to full strength. As Hernandez just forced to play into the corner. Sewell all by himself there. He'll play it back behind. Bridges on that far side. Chips it up the boards out of the zone. DePaffy gets a stick on it. He'll change. A couple of Utes will join him. The Aggies playing here near side. Off the stick of Bridges back to Lieberknight. Past the halfway point of tonight's hockey game as the puck comes all the way out to center ice. Dangle's got a one-on-one here. He walks in, still holding, shot, save, and held on. Dangle using Taylor Pennell as a screen on that one. Right on net to Palmer, though. Looking for that 5-hole. 9:44 to go here in the second period. 4-1 your score. Alex King with 2 goals. Meyer and Cronin the other 2. For Texas A&M, it's Houston Svonderk who's got the lone goal for Texas A&M. Their first goal against a Division I opponent in 3 years, I should mention as well. We were talking about their previous D1 games against Oklahoma and Central Oklahoma in years past. All shutouts. They get the goal there in the first period as this is icing on Utah with 9:23 to go. So the Utes comfortably ahead here by 3 here in the second period. Trying to add to it, and Aggies trying to get back in it. Using that momentum off the power play to try and get some offensive opportunities. The shot count's still pretty even here. Dangle blocks a shot and passes it forward, but it's going to go down to Texas A&M, so no hand pass call. As the puck bounces into Texas A&M's bench, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone coming up. With 9:13 to go, shot 16 to 15 in favor of Utah. It's been, well, as far as the stats go, it's been a pretty even game between these 2 teams. Utah's had the better of shot opportunities. We'll have a new center for the Aggies. Oswald will take the draw against Dangle. Or excuse me, that's Meyer down there. Second line for Utah out. As it's up to the Barnes, looking for Meyer. It's kept in, though, by the Aggies. Barlocker to Cronin. Backhands it along. Meyer with Barnes, 2-on-1. Walking in. Meyer to Barnes. Shot, save, and it's in. It just gets by the goal line. One-time shot. David Barnes on the board. 5-1 Utah. Didn't know if he got it past the goal line or not. Palmer just couldn't get enough of it off of his glove and just past the goal line. 5-1 your score. So David Barnes gets the goal. Now it's a 2-point night for him as he had an assist in that first period. It's going to be Barnes' 5th of the season. And halfway through our second period, the Utes have put up 3 here in this middle frame as they send it into the zone. Up the near side, Barnes takes a tumble trying to cut off the man for the puck. Excuse me, that's Meany again. Meany and Barnes having that same kind of skating style to them. Very aggressive forwards. It's loose at the Texas A&M blue line. Barlocker just trying to push it forward. Finally comes to the Aggie defense as Beery had it off his stick. Went right to Hover for a moment. Now it's pinballing around in the neutral zone. Stealing away is Meany. Backhands it high off the glass and into the Texas A&M end. Loose down here on the near side. Meany gives it to Beery, trying to set up a cycle down low. 2 Aggies down there as it comes back to Beery. Looks for a man in front. Gives it to Gosseris, but a shot deflected up over the net. Good pass from Beery there. Is almost had Gosseris wide open in front. A couple sticks there to jam at it, though. Center pass comes out in front to Poffey, not a whole lot on it. Now Meany has a log jam in front, 4 bodies in the blue paint. And the Aggies able to steal the way. They'll push it forward. Both defensemen back for Utah, but good play by Garrett Finn. Still causing problems as he plays it up the near side. Now the Utes breaking out. Beery bumped off the puck by Mulholland. Now it's loose here on the near side. Walsh digging after it here on the near side. Bridges able to get it down low. Looks across the ice for Jones. Off an Aggie stick. Picking it up now is Chris Schultz. Dodges one man. Jones applying pressure. There's a shot off the knob of Manzella's stick and up out of play. And we're going to whistle with 7:07 to go here in the period. 5-1 the score. The Utes trying to get their 9th win of the season here tonight. 8-7, 6-0 in Division II play. 2-7 in Division I play. As I mentioned, their next Division I game doesn't come until January. They only have a couple games left. I believe 6. That's all that's left for Utah. And here comes Sewell trying to beat out the icing call in a very early icing call. The puck didn't really get to the goal line in time. Blown dead nonetheless. 6:53 remaining here. Icing on Utah. Arizona, a pair of games at Arizona for Utah. Then home weekends against number 8 Jamestown and number 23 Colorado State. Your remaining D1 schedule for the Utes is a shot from the points blocked. Breaking out Sewell, pushes out Bridges now. It's a chance for a 2-on-1. Bridges in the slot. Shot is blocked. Breaking out is Jones, but he had his stick jammed up as well. It stays in with Cahill who shoots. Sewell takes a shot in front as it comes back behind the net. Jones takes a tumble as well as the Aggies back in control. They'll float it out to center ice. Liebernight there. As he sends one in on net. And Palmer will hold on to it as King forces a whistle. 6:21 to go. Face off over here on the near side. Almost 6.5 to go here in this second period, excuse me. As puck goes over to that far side. Mullen up ahead, takes a deflection off someone. It's waved off on the icing call. Is Petrie back for Utah. Brings it up the boards, kept in by Texas A&M. King trying to push it along. It's kept in by Oswald. It's loose on that far side. 2 Utes battling with Oswald down there. King had his stick lifted out of his hands. The Aggies get it out to center of the zone. No one there for the Aggies though, and the Utes break it out. Here's Dangle. Dodges one man. Plays the center pass to King. Tried a quick shot. Had his stick tied up. Fires a backhand. Dangle with the baseball swing. Trying to tip it home. Fanned on it though. It was saved by Palmer. Now we got a delayed call coming up on Texas A&M as Petrie has it. Manzella skates to the bench. We'll have an extra attacker here as Pendle a shot. It's blocked to the corner. Aggies will touch. And a power play upcoming as we have a late hit on that corner. Petrie didn't like that. As we have a penalty here on the Aggies with 5:19 to go. It's going to be number 17, Brandon Steele, that goes to the box. And Petrie's going to go as well. So the Utes were going to get a power play, but Petrie with that late hit cancels out the power play for Utah. So a big break for the Texas A&M Aggies as they were going to go on the penalty kill here. But Petrie takes the costly penalty. We'll play 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. Dangle with Meyer with a shot. It's just wide of Palmer. Now Barnes through traffic. It's blocked in the slot. Now here comes Mulholland. Sends one in front. Barnes steals it away. Now the Utes with numbers. 3-on-2. Cronin has time here. Side looks for that far post. It was open. Just missed it by a couple of feet. So 4-on-4 here for 1:30 left. Liebernight gives it to Barnes. Poked away from him. It's loose in the slot. Getting to it first is Cronin. Sends one in front. Tip shot. Score. Meyer. His second of the night. keeping pace with King. He's got 2 along with Alex. And it's 6-1 Utah with 4:44 to go. A one-time shot in front. Meyer able to slot it home. His 6th of the year. And it's the 6th goal for Utah tonight. So a 4-on-4 goal here with just under 5 minutes to go. Another on-man rush leads to a Utah goal. It's the 3rd time tonight that they've had that kind of numbers going forward and cashing it in for a goal. Barlocker with a lot of open ice in front of him. Skates it into the offensive zone. Rings it hard around the boards. Pendle racing hard over that far side to keep it in. He'll take a big hit for his effort. Able to bounce right back up, though. Now Meany on the far side. Stick tied up. Gets it to Fornelius, top of the point. Winds up a shot redirected wide. Picked up by the Aggies. Here's Pede. Gives it to Walsh. Walsh settling things down. 45 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. We're down to 4 minutes to go here in the second as Manzella makes a save. Everybody crashes in on it. It's loose at the top of the slot. Now a shot by Hofer is blocked to the corner. Check on that far side by Pendle. Now here's Fornelius with time to skate it. He floats one along. Meany with Fornelius, 2-on-1. Looking for Fornelius. Getting a piece of it was number 22, John Armstrong. As it was deflected up and up over to the far glass. Cornelius couldn't get a stick on it. Utes still going to work here. Here's O'Brien. Walking around, gives it near side for Fornelius. We're down to 2 seconds. We're 5-on-5 again. It's Petrie and Steele come out of the box. Steele gets the benefit of the turnover from Utah. Now coming in, a shot. Mike getting a piece of it. Is Manzella able to steer it to the corner. On that far side, kept in by the Aggies. Stolen away, though, by Sewell. Sewell floats one ahead. Petrie will push it along. The defenseman ahead of the play. Teams in front. Sewell looked for a between the legs shot there. Steered it towards the front of the net. Not on goal to Palmer, though. Under 3 minutes now to go here. O'Brien, he'll send it in. Going after it is Bridges. Loose back behind the net. Bridges trying to pass it ahead for Jones. Stays back behind the net. Puck off of stick of a Ute. Now here's Sewell, now to Bridges. Maggie lost his stick. Pass to DePaffy. Looks for a shot through traffic. Tips around. Palmer trying to track it. He does. And holds on with 2:17 to go here in the period. So a 6-1 hockey game. It's only 21-17 on the shot count. Low shooting affair here. It's just been the quality of shots for Utah that's been the difference so far. There's Connor Meany on the far side. Top of the point, Lieberknight. He'll fire a wrist shot. It's blocker save from Palmer. Release down low. Beery now has it. Trying to dig it down low. Instead poked away to the top of the point. Cahill trying to keep it in. Put it high in the air. Hernandez is up ahead. Now it's a 2-on-1. Hernandez looking for Svanberg. A shot. It's denied by Beery. Good back check from the forward. Aggie's not done, though. Svanberg, a shot. It's wide. And looking for Von Hollen here on the near side. Meany now has it. Looks for a centering pass over the stick of Beery. Utes are offside here. Gossers will back off. Back out to Lieberknight. Nice center pass ahead. Gossers 2-on-1. He'll shoot. Easy glove save, though, from Palmer. Had Barnes trailing the play. Look for the shots and easy, not a whole lot on it as Palmer makes the easy glove save with 1:20 to go here in the second. Utes trying to finish this period on a high note after giving up a goal with 5 seconds left in the first period. It's been the lone goal that the Utes have given up. Face off, Meyer tied up. Still loose in that near circle. We're going to get a hand pass. Well, now the referees are going to talk about it. Delay a game is the call. On who? they're going to call it on Utah. So an interesting call from our officials tonight. A delay a game call on the Utes. As it was loose on, Meyer was tied up. He was sitting on the puck. And he might have just grabbed the puck and kind of held on to it. That'd be my guess on what happened. But it's a power play for the Aggies. Their third of this period. They're 0 for 2 so far. Penalty with 1:15 left to go in the second period. That's to Meyer. It's delay a game. Most likely covering his hand on the puck as he was upended on that after that draw. So a call you don't see every day here in the second period. And here come the Aggies 3-on-2. Mulholland, center pass for Walsh is blocked by Petrie, still loose. Now coming in, Oswald hacks at it, a bouncing puck, and Manzella makes the save with 52.3 to go. Oswald took a hack at a bouncing puck. It took about a 60-degree wedge flop shot about 20 yards ahead. As we're back underway on that far side. It comes out in front. They try to jam at it on the side of the net. Now squirts out to the corner. Now in the final minute of the period here, Aggies trying to do what they did in the first period to get some momentum before we're going into the intermission. Final 30 seconds here of the period. Here comes Mulholland. Walking in, he blows a tire at the blue line. Utes will get a stick to it and they'll clear. It's on net to Palmer. Final 20 seconds. So we'll get one more rush here, Texas A&M. Hofer, center pass off the stick of an Aggie. Back to Utah. O'Brien now has it. Being pressured hard by Armstrong on that far side. Gets it back to the A&M blue line. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that'll be it here as King might get a one last shot, a backhand. It's wide. And that'll do it for our second period of play. So the Utes respond after a 2-1 first period. They respond to 4 goals in the middle frame. They'll take a 6-1 lead into our final period of the night. So stick around. We'll have the final 20 minutes coming up next. We'll take a look at the D1 rankings as well as we try to do that in the last intermission. We'll do that for you here. And as the teams head into the locker rooms for the second time tonight, second intermission here at the Utah Ice Sheet. 6-1 the Utes ahead of the Texas A&M Aggies here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live. hockey fans, welcome back to Salt Lake City, getting ready for our third period of the night between the Aggies and Utes. Utah leading Texas A&M by a score of 6-1 after 2 periods of play. Time now to look at your second period stats. They're brought to you by the Utah Sports Commission, as the Utes got on the board 4 times in that second period to extend their lead to 6-1. Started early at the 47-second mark. Julian Cronin, his 7th of the season, assisted by Brett Meyer. And the first minute of that second period, 6:59, Alex King got his 2nd of the game and 11th of the season. His line mates Dangle and Cornelius get the assists on the goal. 11:07, David Barnes added his name to the score sheet with his 5th of the season. Cronin and Meyer getting another assist tonight. And then they continue to get more points in that later in that period at the 15-16 mark. Meyer his 2nd of the game, 6th of the season. Cronin and Barnes get the assist as well. It's been a night for Cronin, Barnes, and Meyer. Multi-point nights for the lot of them. That line's doing well for Utah. They outshoot Texas A&M 18-9 in that second period. A little more lopsided, 28-18 now the shot count. Power plays were all in favor of Texas A&M in that second period. They were unsuccessful in their first 2. They're still on their 3rd one. They'll have 45 seconds to start this third period on the power play. Utah did not get a power play in that second period. They're still 0-for-1. Teams making their way onto the ice. I wanted to mention the top 25 that came out here. Here's the top 20. These would be the teams that would go to nationals. Ohio takes the top spot after Minot State swept last weekend by Arizona State. Those 2 teams played against Utah in the past couple of weeks. Other teams that Utah's been that's been on Utah's schedule: Jamestown at number 8. Iowa State is where Utah will head in late January. They're at number 9. No other teams in the top 20 there. As you look at the bottom of the top 25, Utah's there at 24, falling 1 spot to 23. They got Colorado State coming up later in the season. As you see the teams on the outside looking in, Arizona was on Utah's schedule in January as well. As we're just waiting for the ice, as we were waiting that second period, waiting to fall out here. The Zamboni just got off, so the referee's letting the ice freeze over a little bit. Final period of the weekend for both these teams. Texas A&M will go back to College Station tonight. They'll probably head back. Leaders of the Texas Collegiate Hockey Conference as they stand right now. The newly formed league in Division II, consisting of all the Texas teams. The winner of that conference will get an automatic bid to regionals come February. Texas A&M, as they stand right now, they're ranked 12th in the West Division. That's good enough for a spot at regionals. With that new format, expanding to 12 teams instead of 10. You'll have the 9, 10, 11, and 12 seeds play at first-round games on Friday at the D2 regionals. Both teams trying to get to the same place by the time March comes around. All the division championships are in Columbus, as we're now ready to drop the puck as the Aggies win the draw, and we're back underway here for our third period. Utah trying to close it out. Here up by 5. Aggies with control to start the period. Ty Walsh at the top of the point. Plays it down low off of a Utah stick. Backhanded along. King tried to sweep it along as well, and he does find Dangle. Here's a breakaway. He'll shoot and score. 20 seconds in, and the Utes are on the board here in the third. Josh Dangle with the breakaway goal. And that's his 5th of the year, and the Utes cruising at 7-1. Dangle found himself in front of the play. King able to find him through 2 defenders. And with 19:39, 21 seconds into the third period, the Utes are on the board. So Dangle, King will get an assist. It'll be his 3rd point of the night. As the Utes send it all the way down. It's a short-handed breakaway as well. The Aggies are on the power play here for another 10 seconds. So the Utes in the past have been very deadly on the penalty kill. They continue that trend here tonight as they turn it over. 2 seconds and 1. It's going to be a 3-on-2 out of the box here. Comes Utah. Barnes into the zone. Shot takes a deflection off Pennell near to the near side. Now Meyer enters the play. Sends it to the top of the point. Lieberknight with a ton of traffic in front. Fires a shot. It's just wide. Cahill over the far side fires one. It's wide as well. It's Petrie, on the far side. No, excuse me, it is Cahill on that far side, and he's going to be tested here by Price Hernandez. The top line for the Aggies held in check for the most part. They have the 1 goal tonight. Svondrik's got the lone goal there late in the first period. Now Cronin, shot, score! His second of the game, and it's 8-1. So 3 Utes with 2 goal games tonight. Meyer, King, and now Cronin. And it's 8-1. 2 goals in the first minute, 26 seconds here in the third, as the Utes is trying to pull away and put this one on ice. We're back at center ice, 18:34 left to go here in the period. And the Utes responding quickly here. We wondered how much would be left in the tank with the Aggies in the altitude. And now here comes Gosser's glove save from Palmer. And a hold on for the whistle. As I mentioned, it's the 3rd game of the weekend for Texas A&M. It's the first time they've left the state of Texas this season. Lost at Weber State on Thursday night. They lost to Utah State last night. They wrap things up here tonight in Salt Lake. Aggies floated high in the air. It's now bouncing at center ice. So O'Brien over the far side, Gosseris. Just sends it in. Beery will go after it. Over down there is Armstrong as well. He gets to it first. Now he'll bring it ahead for Texas A&M. Aggies in the offensive zone. Good check on that far side. It's DePaffy on that last time. Euro near side is a couple of sprawling bodies in the center of the zone. Now Beery doesn't have a stick. He's going to just kick it ahead to Bridges. Gets it out to center ice. Wall steals it away. It sends it right back in. A couple of loose sticks out there in the Utah end. Bridges now has it. Plays it for O'Brien. Settles it after having it rattle in his feet. Tries to look for Sewell behind him. Is getting to it first. Number 65, Shelby Vernon. We haven't heard his name a whole lot tonight. It's passed wide of Jones. No icing as it goes into the A&M end. Vernon over on the far side. Putting it high in the air is Finn. Racing after it, Monhall, and he takes Ute down to the ice. It's offside. And we're going to salvage a play in front of the Utah bench with 17:04 to go here in the contest. 8-1 now your score. If you're joining us late after the intermission, Dangle and Cronin with 2 quick goals the first minute 26 of the period. The Utes trying to push it ahead. King on that last draw. It's stolen away. Now back the other way are the Aggies. Finn with a shot. It's blocked by Petrie in the corner. I'm going to give a shout out to Mrs. Petrie. Guy wanted me to extend my well wishes to her tonight, watching on the broadcast. As here comes Petrie into the zone. As the Aggies up the near side, just getting it out to center ice. Good check by King. Now Fornelius. Aggies in the middle of a change. It's 3-on-3 into the zone. Fornelius doesn't have a goal to his name yet. He's got an assist tonight as he fires a shot, and he scores right on cue. Nick Fornelius, his first goal of the night, and it's 9-1. Said he's been relatively quiet tonight. He has the 1 assist. Now he has the goal to go with it. It's going to be Fornelius' 6th of the season. And it's 9-1 now in favor of the Utes. Quick shot off the face-off, turned aside by Manzella. It's the first shot he's faced in this second period. As here come the Utes again, 3-on-2. Barnes into the zone, shoots high off the glass. Now O'Brien slaps one. Palmer can't get to it in time. It's a goal for O'Brien. And that's double digits for Utah, 10-1 with just 4 minutes gone here in the third. So Patrick O'Brien, just his 2nd of the season, the defenseman, getting his first collegiate goal a couple of weekends ago. And now it's a 10-1 game here, so the Utes open it up here in the third. Just Palmer not able to get to that near post in time. He was able to slide over, but just snuck on that top corner. Unassisted goal for O'Brien, 2nd of the year for the defenseman. As Puck bounces out in front. Palmer wants to make the save. He does. Wants to slow things down with 15:39 left to go here in this one. It should be smooth sailing here as the Utes will most likely pick up the win. We have a face-off on that far side. 10-1 your score now. 3 Utes with multiple goals tonight. And always 7 different scorers for Utah as they break it out. Here come the Utes again. Barlocker has Meany on the far side as he tries to find a man on that far side. Barlocker gets run into. Good check. Over here on the near side with Brandon Steele. Able to knock Barlocker off the puck. Now Meany takes a hit from Steele. He's getting a little physical as Mulholland brings it in. Fires a shot on net to Manzella. Able to steer it aside. Gosser's bumped off the puck, takes a spin around. And now Barlocker has it near side. Tries to play it ahead. Holmford got his skates. Chip back out to center ice. Barlocker just sends it into the zone. Taylor Pennell back. He'll backhand one for the students here on the near side. And we'll have a stoppage of play. Looks like everybody's okay. 14:41 to go in tonight's contest. Mentioned the Utes are off for the next 2 weekends. The Beehive Showcase taking place here in the state of Utah next Thursday through Sunday. Utah will not be a part of it this season with the D1 commitments and all. So they'll have the weekend off. Week after is Thanksgiving. They'll have that weekend off as well. As they won't be back in action until December 2nd. We'll be back here at the Utah Ice Sheet, take on BYU. Utah State comes to town on December 3rd. Wrap out the first semester and before we head to the Christmas break. Utes able to block the shot as they send it back to center ice. As Texas A&M near side just tapped along, and the Utes will go back after it. Stolen away. Hofer has Walsh in front. A walk in upstairs. Manzella makes the save. Might have caught him in the mask. Aggies keep it in. A shot rings off the crossbar and high out of play. As the Utes a little low there defensively. Was turning around. Garrett Finn on that last shot. Ripped one hard off the crossbar. So 14 minutes to go here. We're 7 minutes in. 4 goals already in this period for Utah. Dangle, Cronin, Fornelius, and now O'Brien scoring goals here in this third period. Dangle racing hard after it. No icing as it's waved off. Now battling with Mullen. Now it's a 2-on-2 battle. As it comes up the near side, Hernandez passes it to the center. Pennell brings it along. He'll fire a shot, stirred aside by Manzella. Floated high in the air. Dangle tried to bat it down. Unsuccessful as it comes back to Texas A&M. Over the far side, Chris Schultz. Centers a pass through both Aggies off of a DePaffy's stick. Hernandez able to get enough of it to put it in the Utah end. Pass along. Here's Alex King over the far side. Now Dangle. 3-on-3 come the Utes. As here's Dangle. Has time in the slot. He'll shoot. Takes a deflection wide. Dangle looking for his second of the game. Stolen away. Near side Hernandez trying to clear the zone. It's kept in by Utah. Now to King. One-time shot. It's well wide. Over on the far side now Cahill. Plays down low. Fornelius now has it. Backhanded down low. The rest of the Utes were changing. Aggies with time now. Over the near side Armstrong. Floats one to the far side. Picked up by Steele. Floated one near side. Hernandez couldn't gather the bouncing puck, and it's back to Utah. 12.5 to go as Liebernight brings it in. Stops at the top of the point. Walking in, has a man in front. Off of the shin pad to the far side. Looking for Cronin. Turnaround shot from Barnes that time. Saved by Palmer. Now back to Barnes. Walks in the far circle. Shoot! Save Palmer. Still loose. Picked up by Meyer. Meyer trying to walk in. Looking for his hat trick. Bounces out. Liebernight walks in. A shot. He gets roughed up by Finn. Or excuse me, that's by Steele. He's had a couple good hits here. As it's sent in front, had Meyer on the back door. 2 Aggies there. As getting it past the red line, Michael Pede. He sends it high and out of play. It's going to come all the way back to the A&M blue line. 11:56 to go. Both teams just kind of playing it out here. As you can see, a lot of the Aggies just bent over, a little tired. You can't blame them. Only a short bench tonight for Sean Boyle and the Aggies. Only 16 dress skaters. I think only the 17 made the trip here from College Station. It's a rough week. These guys are students first. Some of the guys unable to make the trip due to classes. As Meany tries to fire a shot, it's blocked. As the puck goes up into the penalty box here on the near side. 11:37 to go. Another face-off upcoming. Mentioned Utah's upcoming schedule. Looking at the A&M schedule here. After this weekend, they go back to Texas for a couple of games. They're off until December as well. They'll take the next 2 weekends off. They'll be back in action against the rivals from Austin and the Texas Longhorns. Same weekend as the Utes will be back in action. Thursday, Friday, Saturday action for Texas A&M. They'll have Texas in Austin on Thursday. And then back at home to take on North Texas that Friday and Saturday, December 2nd and 3rd. Utes 3-on-1, make it 4-on-1. Here's Petrie. Goes across the ice. Barnes tried to turn it in. Or excuse me, Gosser's tried to put it on frame. Much like what Barnes' goal tonight. But the shot is wide as the Aggies come back the other way. Finn and Petrie battling. Now Hofer looking for somebody in front. Had a man. Stolen away, though, by O'Brien. He pushes it along. 3-on-2 again comes Utah. O'Brien finally takes a tumble as he was being pressured by Monholland. Now here walking in. A shot by Jones is saved by Palmer. High in the air, stays in play. Rung around the boards. DePaffy will keep it in. Bouncing puck gathered by the gloved hand of Palmer. And they'll hold on with 11. We still have 11:37 to go on the clock. The clock never started. About a minute went along with the clock not starting, so we're going to play some bonus hockey here, it looks like. Both teams just playing it out, didn't notice the clock. Utes trying to make a late change here. So O'Brien's going to be forced to stay out there. Clock starts running again. We'll keep it at 10:30 on ours until the clock matches up. About a minute from now, we have 11:30 to go here in this third period. The puck's back out to center ice. Joe DePaffy, excuse me. Alex King now into the zone. Had his stick tied up. Now Dangle has it in the corner. Back to DePaffy. Turnover, King keeps it in, but good pressure ahead from Svonderk as he'll just send it in. Houston Svonderk, the only goal scorer for A&M tonight. Leading scorer for the Aggies. As it's sent on net, Palmer will cover, and another faceoff upcoming with 10:51 to go here in this third period. Thank you guys for joining us for our broadcast. Our next broadcast comes your way in 3 weeks. The Utes will be back here at the Utah Ice Sheet taking on BYU Friday night. Utah State Saturday night here at the Utah Ice Sheet. Tickets available at utahhockey.com. Can't make it to the game? Join us here on the broadcast. We'll be here on YouTube. As the Utes close out the first semester here at home. Mentioned the next D1 game's not till January. They'll take on Arizona in Tucson to come back for the second semester. I missed a weekend as well. They have 8 games left. They'll have a weekend road trip in Ames as they'll take on Iowa State in February as well, or January as well. So 2 home weekends, 2 road weekends left in D1 play for Utah. There are 4 spots on a Nationals as it stands right now. We move to the computer rankings in Division 1. The first 8 weeks or so decided by the coaches. Now the computer rankings, much like the BCS that you saw in college football. all dealing with goal differentials and who beat who. As a shot in front, Beery had a chance in front. We're going to get a penalty here. And will it be Gosseris going to the box again, or will it be Hofer? They were tied up together. It's going to be Gosseris, so that's interesting. So Gosseris to the box for the second time tonight with 10:02 to go. This one's going to be for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9:58 of the third period. And Texas A&M, their fourth power play of the night. They're 0 for 3 so far. Fourth power play for Texas A&M. Utah had just the one in that first period. They had a second one, but it was negated from a penalty that Utah took. Made it 4-on-4, and Utah scored on that 4-on-4. Aggies trying to get some positive notes to take with them back to Texas. They set up the power play. Schultz to the near side for Walsh. Gets it back now. Center back to Walsh near side. Lots of traffic as the shot is blocked by O'Brien and not out. Bridges didn't get enough on it. Down low now. Walsh sends one in front off the stick of Hofer. Back to Monholland. His shot deflected high in the air. Batted out away by O'Brien. Can't clear the zone either. Monholland into the slot. He'll shoot in the breadbasket of Manzella. He'll hold on. 9:11 to go. 1:09 remains in the power play. Teams will change up the lines. So tonight's contest will move Utah to 9-7. They'll be one more win away from double digits again. As it comes to the top of the point, the last 6 years the Utes have had double-digit wins. Got to go all the way back to the 2009-2010 season, the last time that the Utes did not win 10 games in a year. Right when the program was starting to turn around, about halfway through its 10-year existence now. The Utes in their 10th season since reforming back in 2006. The shot, save, rebound! I don't think it got it back on Manziel, but a good save from the tender. Is another shot here on the near side, goes wide. Still 30 to go in the power play. Svondrek down low. Hernandez sends one in front. It's loose, jammed out here on the near side. Cleared out to the corner. And another penalty coming up on the Utes. It's going to be to Jones. He had his stick caught in the skates of Armstrong. A shot, save. Loose on that far side. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Aggies are going to get more time as soon as Utah touches the puck, and they will right now. Lieberknight touches with 8:06 left. 4 seconds remaining on the power play as Jones will come to the box. His first penalty of the night. It's going to be a trip. And so the Aggies a brief interference to call, excuse me. And we'll have 4 seconds of 5-on-3 here, and then Gosseris will be out. We'll have more 5-on-4 here. So the Utes getting their money's worth for penalty kill practice tonight. This will be their 5th power play that they have to hold on to as Manzella makes the save. Gosseris out of the box. We're back to 5-on-4. Manzella, good start, solid start for him tonight. 24 saves on 25 shots as it stands right now. As it wasn't the prettiest of outings against Arizona State for either Manzella or Casper. Coma had the weekend off for both those contests. Shot redirected, not a whole lot of weight on it. Easily steered up over the net by Manzella. The Aggies just trying to get on the board here. Over the top of the point. Here's Schultz. Goes to the far side. Has a man in Monholland. It's blocked. His pass by Petrie, no clear. Minute 20 left to go here in the power play. We're down to 7.5 to go in the contest. 10-1 your score. It's been all Utes. Shot deflected up and then the netting out of play. 7:15 to go. 1:10 left in the Jones penalty. Some of the little kids chatting with Jones. Over here you see on the bottom of your screen. It's a good crowd again here tonight. We thank all the fans that came out tonight. We thank all of you guys that are watching the broadcast, whether you're supporting the Utes or the Aggies. Thank you guys for joining us. The shot redirected up and out of play again. 7:02 to go this time. 56 seconds remaining. The minor penalty. We'll reset again on that far side. One by the Aggies, play down in the corner. Barlocker tied up with two Aggies, the top two Aggies I should mention. Puck squirts out to Manzella, makes the save, and Kugler heads will maybe not. Hernandez gives a little shove. And we'll press on. Maybe a grab in the face mask penalty, but I haven't seen a whole lot of penalties tonight. We've only seen 7. As Fornelius going to race after this one as it makes it out to neutral ice. Just getting into it in time was number 22, John Armstrong. Utes able to get the puck, and they'll send it all the way down. Give me one last rush here for the Aggies. Down to 24 seconds left here in the power play. Two teammates run into each other over in front of the bench. That's going to send it all the way down. That'll most likely kill the remainder of this power play as the puck goes up and into the stands. As 11 seconds left, it's going to be a face-off in the Utah end. So face-off here on the near side. King will go against Hofer. It's won by the Aggies. Top of the point. Walking in is Vernon. Bounce loose down low. Tries to send it in front. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. We're back to full strength. As Fornelius pokes it ahead for King. 2-on-2. King looking for his third. Gives it to Fornelius. Was expecting the shot instead of the pass, though. And the Aggies will break it out. Walsh to the red line. Cut off by Pendle. And now Fornelius in his own zone. Looks for the stretch pass off the stick of Jones. Fresh out of the box. He'll go after him. Holland will play it back behind. Michael Peed now. Gives up the near side. Pendle can't get it. Let's go all the way down and icing the call. 5:32 remaining here in this one. Face-off upcoming in the Utah end. So face-off on the far side. Hofer against Bridges. It's won by the Aggies. Rung around here to the near side. Pendle will not be able to keep it in. Lost it in his feet for a moment. Plays it to Jones. Looks for Bridges. And it behind him. Now Finn dodges a check. Plays it ahead. Petrie bumped off the puck in front of the Utah bench. Still loose over there. Team's hacking at it. Back and forth they go. And now holding on Monholland. Monholland, no goals to his name this season, but 11 assists, including tonight. One of those defensemen getting a lot of assists this season. Had a pretty successful season so far in Texas A&M as here come the Utes. Walking in, nice toe drag, but poked away from him. Now over on that far side, that was Petrie trying to go through the traffic. Over that far side is Steele. Now it's stolen away by Lieberknight. Under 4.5 now to go as Barnes pokes one ahead. Diving back pokes. Oh, almost snuck through Palmer's pads as he fired a backhand from his knees. Trapped underneath the pads of Palmer, though. Face-off upcoming with 4:21 to go here in this game. So the contest will be Utah's 9th win of the season, 9-7. Go the Utes. They're 7-0 in Division II play. The shot goes off the side of the net. Still loose over on that far side. A&M will pick it up. For the Aggies, it'll be 9-6-1 overtime lost. They bring it in, a shot steered aside by Manzella. Both teams off until December. Pass here to the near side. Meyer breaks it in. Cronin on the back door as Meyer went for the near post. It's a little bit wide. Now has Meyer in the corner. Tries to walk in front. Now has it behind the net. Holds off an Aggie. Now Cronin in the corner. Battling with Oswald. Meyer there as well. Comes to the top of the point. Cahill a shot. It's wide. Barnes backhand. Diving save by Palmer. Loose in front of the blue paint. No Utah Ute in sight. It's picked up by the Utes in the center zone. Barnes in the offensive zone. Bouncing pass off the stick of Cronin. Over the far side. Floated pass ahead. Hernandez won't get to it in time. Cahill now has it. Looks to bring it up the near side with speed. Plays it ahead for Barnes. Now to Meyer. Dodges a check. Comes in. Has a man wide open. Dangle a shot. Save. And a rebound. Saved by Palmer. Bouncing around. It trickles to Palmer. And a water bottle to deal with over on that near side as well. Makes the save. Couple of hits in front. Couple of good saves from Ethan Palmer. I think that puck rested on top of the net for a moment. Or was popped back up in the air. Trickled over to the near blue paint. Right in front of Palmer. He was able to cover up and get the whistle. 2:54 to go here in tonight's contest. Top of the point, O'Brien. He'll fire a shot. It's wide. Now King. Bumped off the puck. Aggies trying to clear. They cannot. Dangle now has it. Short side score. Nice little shot from Josh Dangle as the captain now gets 2 goals tonight. As now it's 11. It's a 10-goal differential here as the Utes did what they set out to accomplish tonight. Of course, with the computer rankings, the goal differential comes into a factor here. In order for the Utes to hold on to their ranking, they need to beat the opponents they're supposed to beat pretty by a soundly. Unfortunately, it sounds bad, but that's unfortunately the way it is. The two computer rankings that are used for Division I, they count your losses by how bad you lose and your wins by how well you win. The Utes need as many blowouts as they can. They'll need it the rest of the way as well. As Gossers has it, he'll backhand it to Poppy. We're down to the final 2 minutes here. 11-1 the score. Dangle gets the goal, his second of the game. As Meany comes in, he'll shoot pad save from Palmer. That's Dangle's sixth goal of the season. And it's loose on that far side. Gossers tries to chip it up to Cahill. Loose on that far side, now picked up by Monholland. Gives it to Spondrick and back out to center ice. Final 95 seconds here. Barlocker back to Cahill. Gives it ahead for Ornelius. Or excuse me, not for Ornelius. Gossers brings it in. Now it's 3-on-2. Center pass looks for Beery off his stick. Back to the Aggies. Andrew Hofer over the near side for Monholland. Monholland into the zone. Aggies trying to get one more goal here as it's turned aside by Manzella. Barlocker now has it. Down to a minute 8. Connor Meany rings it hard around the boards. He's going to get by all the Utes. As Bridges comes back out to center ice to grab that puck as we're down to the final minute here. Hofer has it stolen away. Near side Jones plays one ahead through the feet of Sewell. Back out to center ice. Mulholland holds. Plays here to the near side. Walsh. Be pressured by Sewell. Plays it ahead. Jones keeps it in. Takes a bounce off the front boards in front. And now Bridges has it. Has time. All the Aggies loose down low. As a shot is saved by Palmer. He holds on with 22.3 to go. As the Utes will skate to a win tonight. Mentioned both teams will be back in action December 1st for the Aggies, December 2nd for the Utes. They'll have the Thanksgiving holiday to kind of recuperate, get some injuries on the Utah side. I know it's a shot is saved. Again, Bridges on the shot. Palmer with the save. Down to 17.4 left. As the Aggies win the face-off straightforward. Here's Oswald, 2-on-2. Poked away by Liebernight at the blue line. We're down to the final 10 seconds here. A couple of rough shots here to close it out. 2 seconds and 1. And the horn sounds. That'll be it for this one. The Utes skate to the impressive win, 11-1 tonight, the final score. Utes now 9-7 on the season. They'll take a break for Thanksgiving before welcoming in some in-state rivals in December. So a solid performance all around. Just the one goal given up late in that first period. A lone blemish for Manzella. 28 saves on 29 shots for the sophomore for Utah. Sophomore from Minnesota. The Utes, as I mentioned, now 9-7 on the year. The Aggies now 9-6 in one overtime loss. As the teams meet at center ice for handshakes, they'll go their separate ways to the lone meeting of the season between these two teams. So just the third meeting all time between these two teams. Utah now 3-0 over the Texas A&M Aggies. The first time the Aggies have been here in Salt Lake. As the Utes celebrate with the students. Saw the sign on the far side. Happy 21st birthday to Tyler Pendle tonight. His birthday over the weekend. As the Utes, a little bit of a slow start in that first period, but they bounce back. 4 goals in the second period, 5 goals in the third. To skate away with the 11-1 win here tonight on a Thursday night in Salt Lake City. Utes salute the home fans that made the trip out here tonight. We thank everybody for joining us here at the rink or here on the broadcast. 11-1 the final score as the Utes improve to 9-7 on the year. Texas A&M now 9-6-1. We'll head back to Texas 0-3 on this road trip. It's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. For everybody here with Utah Hockey, for Josh Hafley, our cameraman extraordinaire, I'm Matt Coma. Signing off from Salt Lake City. We'll see you in 3 weeks for Utah and BYU December 2nd here at the Ice Sheet. 11-1 your final score. You've been watching Utah Hockey Game Day Live.